Are there specific indications or parameters, that is blood, that allows the discovery of cancer in an early stage? And what are these parameters or indications? And are indications or parameters different for each kind of cancer? Okay, well, that speaks to something I was just talking to my staff about today, because I've been seeing these Instagram posts and these Facebook posts, um, uh, say a really nice little infographic that says one blood test can find, um, you know, 20 different cancers or 12 different cancers. I don't remember what it said. And it was a very nice looking infographic. And I thought, huh, was there something else out on the market? So I bid on it and clicked on it. And it was talking about tumor marker testing, which told me that that infographic and whoever is putting it out, and I didn't go any deeper to find out who was publishing this or paying for the ad. It was it was uh, um, very misleading to the point of um, it was just a lie. You can't diagnose cancer with a tumor marker test. So I have a blog post on tumor markers. I'm very big into using tumor markers as a way to help you have another non-invasive indication of tracking your cancer. It can be beneficial if your cancer is showing positive tumor markers, then you could use that to help track your cancer. You never use one test alone. Nothing stands on itself. Nothing is a perfect gold standard. But to say that you would do a tumor marker test, and if those were negative, if those were all in range, then you don't have cancer. Oh my gosh, that's like malpractice. It truly is, because a person, how many people have stage 4 cancer and all their tumor markers are within range? Because a lot of cancers don't show positive tumor markers at all. And some typically will, like PSA is a tumor marker for prostate cancer. Almost everybody with prostate cancer is going to have elevated PSA, but there's a there's a large percentage of women with breast cancer that are not going to have elevated CA19-9 or CA15-3 or CA125, or so they're not going to have elevated tumor markers, and they could have stage 4 breast cancer. So to say that do you do a blood test and do a tumor marker test and it's negative and that you don't have cancer is foolish. It can be an early indicator. So getting, if like, oh, I'm just curious, I don't feel well, and my mom had cancer and my dad had cancer, so I want to know, run a tumor marker panel. It can give you some indications, but it's just one test. And don't go off of one test and think that you don't have cancer. And likewise, you could have elevated tumor markers and you don't have cancer. So there's other things that can elevate tumor markers. So be careful what you see out there. There's a lot of misinformation. And yet, I feel like we take such a balanced approach, and yet Google and YouTube hate us. I just don't get it, but well.